Although she was the eldest daughter of a noble family, she was treated like a servant by her younger sister. When her father saw this, not only did he not stop it, he allowed his second daughter to continue her arrogant and domineering behavior. All of this was because she had not inherited the family's supernatural abilities. In order to squeeze out her last bit of value, her father married her off to a member of a supernatural clan whom she had never met before. Rumor had it that the clan leader's eldest son had an eccentric temperament and a terrifying appearance. And every one of his fiancés had met a tragic end. That day, she carried her luggage alone, trembling as she made her way to her fiancé's home. The courtyard was incredibly simple. Upon their first meeting, she politely greeted him, but he did not respond, so she continued to kneel. Fortunately, she was already accustomed to being ignored. She did not know how long she had been kneeling. When the man finally spoke,
いつまでそうしているつもりだ。
申し訳ありません。
謝れとは言ってない。
as their eyes met, she realized that the handsome man before her seemed to have a gentle heart. However, here you must obey absolutely. If I tell you to leave, you must leave. Though he wasn't as ugly as the rumors suggested, his temperament was indeed rather unpleasant. The next morning, she got up early as usual to cook breakfast, but this startled the housekeeper, as he had never seen a future wife cook for herself. As the man was about to enjoy his breakfast, he suddenly noticed a surveillance servant outside the house. After pondering for a moment, he concluded it must be the new fiancé causing trouble. Upon seeing the meal she had personally prepared, he felt an overwhelming sense of disgust, spoke his mind, and left without looking back, leaving the girl alone to hang her head in silence. He suddenly sensed a strange energy fluctuation. A bird servant was watching him from the shadows. The man suspected that this was a tool used by hostile forces to monitor him. When he learned that his fiancé had made breakfast, he immediately became alert.
先に食べてみろ。食べられないのか。
いえ、旦那様より先。
毒でも持ったか。わかりやすいことだ。
おっちゃん。
何が入ってるかわからないものは食えん。
Before leaving, the butler told him, she didn't seem like the type to poison someone. Hearing this, realizing he might have made a mistake, upon arriving at the military base, he handed over the discovered items to his subordinates for investigation. At that moment, the glass bottle picked up by the psychic squad suddenly cracked open, and vines emerged from within. Superiors assigned someone to assist with the investigation, and he happened to be a member of the retired Bowring clan. That evening, the man returned home, and the woman had been kneeling at the door all night. Seeing her tattered clothes, and the frostbite on her hands, he began to feel a little pity for the girl before him. Next, the man took her to the bathroom, and demonstrated how to boil water with his bare hands. She was very surprised.
今朝の件は警戒したに過ぎない。明日も作ってくれ。
He then handed her a packet of herbs, saying he always added them to his bathwater. But in reality, he intended to use the herbs to treat her frostbite. The next morning, the woman brought in the prepared breakfast. The man tasted it and said it was delicious. The woman beside him couldn't stop crying. It was the first time anyone had ever praised her. Hearing this, he grew increasingly curious about her background. The girl fell instantly in love with the man before her. When she asked her mother, she learned that this man was her sister's fiancé. Her sister was the eldest daughter of the family. Her father possessed the power of wind, and her mother was a member of the Thin Blade clan. However, since she lost her mother, since she had not awakened any special abilities, her father called her a worthless waste. Her younger sister treated her like a servant, and her stepmother humiliated her by trampling on her. To extract the last bit of value from her, her father married her off to a stranger from another clan with supernatural abilities. On her first night there, she was awakened by a nightmare, just as before. It turned out she possessed the strongest supernatural power among her generation. Her mother had sealed it to protect her, but the side effect was that she was tormented by nightmares. When the man returned home, he heard the woman whispering in her sleep, constantly calling out the name Aunt Hua. Aunt Hua was her maid. When she was hurt by her stepmother, only Aunt Hua stood up for her, but she was fired by the stepmother. Seeing the woman constantly tormented by nightmares, the man decided to save her. The next day, the woman saw Hua Yi at home. Hua Yi apologized for not being there for her during her most painful time. She came here to see if she was happy, but the woman couldn't stop crying. She told Hua Yi she had no special abilities. She was unworthy of being his wife, but Aunt Hua told her it was the man himself who had found her. All of this was for you. Out of guilt, the woman could no longer bear the secret. She knelt outside the door and revealed the truth.
異能者の両親の血を受け継ぎながら、私は無能です。学校も小学校止まりです。実家ではずっと使用人として働いてきました。教養もなく、 名家の娘らしいことは何一つできません。
She blurted out everything in one breath, then handed him the hairband she had prepared for him, thanking him for taking care of her during this time. But the man helped her up, saying he didn't care about supernatural abilities, and if she left, what would he do? Because soon, he planned to formally marry her. Hearing this, the woman held back her tears. The man handed her the hairband, asking her to help him tie his hair. The woman couldn't believe it, that she, abandoned by fate, could still find happiness.